It's interesting, Ed. I ask clients a lot of times, if I gave you $1 billion today, uh, what would you be doing? Where would you be? And who would you be with? And it's really interesting because a lot of people couldn't spend the money, nor have they actually gone through the thought process to figure out, okay, how can I live a bigger life, right? Maybe my relationships, even my immediate relationships, are suffering, and that just takes time and attention. It doesn't even take money, right? So when you can start to readjust, your vision and what you're expecting out of certain things, it's interesting because a lot of things don't even take actually money to accomplish that. It just takes focus and clarity.
Which I think a lot of people don't. A lot of people were brought up; they have no idea what a relationship is. They weren't. There's that issue right there, because that's one of the things you're talking about. Emotional, all those things is very important. Money is important, but it's not everything.
Well, here's where it's evidenced, right? In ultra wealthy families, right? By the time you get to Gen 2, really 80% of all wealth is actually lost. And then it's even higher than that by the time you get to Gen 3. And why is that? It's really because values haven't been passed on. It's because of some of these, intangible, deeper type qualities, right? Versus just the capital itself.
Because what do they say? First generation builds it, second generation and then the last generation spends it all. Or, I mean, there's a whole statement there, and it's so true because I see it in the town I'm in. The people have generational wealth, and the difference in between when the parents made it, the kids got it, and how they're going through it and how they're doing differently. But then there's other people who are good stewards of it. They learn from their family. They weren't given money; they had to go earn their money. So when they get the money from the family, they understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is also evidenced, and look at like either superstars like sports, athletes, or look at lottery winners, right?
Right.
Oftentimes they end up in a worse situation after winning the lottery because they have no education, they have no values around it. So money is really just an amplifier of energy, and that could, positively amplify you or negatively amplify you.
And that's the thing is what people understand is like the lottery winners, they get this money and then everybody comes out of the woodwork, wants money, they give it. I mean, they win a lot of them win a few $1,000,000, but they think it's a lot of money. It's not a lot of money after taxes and everything else. And but they spend it like they have so much and it's gone in no time, just like you said. And it's important to understand money. And that's what a lot of people do not understand.
Right, right. And that's one of our missions, to help people think about things differently.